All right, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahweh Shai, Brakta Yahweh, Brakta Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim, La Allahaya Nawa Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barakah Kadash. All right, it's all praise to the Most High, Yahweh in the name of His Son. I'm going to say Shalom, Wa Barakim, La Bakarim, Shayasha Allah, Wa Shani Kabaga, Wala Wakwab, Wa Hashala Yakim, Noah, Shayasha Allah, Ba'aith. All right, that's peace and blessings to the elected Israel out there, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those and the other Israelites who've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, whom this truth resonates. Peace and blessings to you, the Bakarian Mashapaka, the elect family, if you will. And the latter half of that Hebrew that I spoke was double honors to our elders and apostles, known as Great Millstone in these times. All right, so from the title you can see it says the ones they least expect. All right, and the basis of this is basically speaking about us, you know, this truth that we have. And if you notice, I said double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All right, the fact that we call them apostles, it makes people's teeth cringe. You know, the fact that brothers are starting to call us elders and other brothers elders, you know, they don't expect that. You know, we're the ones they least expect to be bringing out this truth and to be the ones that proclaim to have the truth on the earth. So I pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Again, all praise to the Most High, Yahweh in the name of the Son, Yahweh Shai. If this is edifying, I got some precepts here that I want to bring out. Lord willing, I can get through all these precepts. I want to bring out some examples and just, you know, some edifications. I want to build up the elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And Shalom, Wa Barakim, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Barakathum, Wa Harakah Kadash, Wa Shamarkum, to all the elect tuning in. All right, and then we'll see this video. So I want to start off in Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter. All right. Ecclesiastes 9 and 13. All right. 9 and 13. This says, now this is Solomon. All right. This is Shalomah, the preacher. All right. Known as the preacher. So this is Ecclesiastes 9 and, I'm sorry, 9 and 13. Just to set the tone here. Ecclesiastes 9 and 13 says, "This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me." All right, so Solomon's about to reveal some great wisdom to us. All right, something that's very imperative that we need to know for our well-being. All right, concerning this truth. And this topic kind of goes to those who don't really know the truth, that may be new to these videos, my videos, or the Israelites in general. All right, the sect, because when I first came into the truth, you're gonna see a bunch of different videos onto the side while you're watching it, you know. So the spirit really has to be dealing with you to filter through all these different sects of Israelites to find the truth, and it's going to be the ones that you least expect. All right, but if the spirit's dealing with you, all right, it's just gonna click anyways. You know what I'm saying? Verse 14. All right, this was what was great unto Solomon. Ecclesiastes, the 9th chapter. "There was a little city and a few men within it, and there came a great king against it and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered the same poor man." Right, he probably didn't know how to wield a sword. You know, he probably wasn't up in society, you know, social class, you know, because, you know, the scriptures say that money separated very friends, you know, wealth separated friends. All right, but here it is, this poor man's wisdom delivered the city, and no one remembered him. You know, I remember in that movie Troy, when Achilles was about to leave, his mother told him that, you know, if you stay, you know, nobody will know your name. You can raise your family. You'll die and you'll be happy. But if you leave, everyone will remember your name. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just an example, all right, of you know, comparison to this poor man who delivered the city just by his wisdom, not by off of his physical appearance. Verse 16. "Then said I, wisdom is better than strength." All right, you see that? Wisdom is better than strength. That's heavy right there. All right, wisdom is better than strength. It says, "Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard." All right. Now you speed that up into today's times. All right. It said, nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised. We represent the poor men here at Great Millstone, and those who teach the same doctrine. All right, it is despised. That's why we're blackballed. All right, you have constant groups of people that gang together. They don't agree with one another, but the one thing that they do agree with is that they hate us. They have to do everything possible to try and ruin our lives. They can't deal with the doctrine. They don't want to deal with the doctrine. So what they do, they try to attack your character. Why? Because they despise the wisdom. And it's not our wisdom. All right, this is not my wisdom. What I'm bringing out right now, this is not my wisdom. This is the wisdom of Yahweh Bashmi Awashad that was taught to my elders and apostles, starting with Apostle Tahar on down. All right, going back when I came in about 2008. Okay, so you know, I didn't know this thing up until 2008. There's no way that any of us can say that this is our wisdom. But back to the point. This wisdom that we have is the wisdom that the world least expects. And I'm going to keep on reiterating that. And his words are not heard. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools. All right. Yeah, that's right. Our words are heard in quiet. All right. Because there's all this other stuff, all these other philosophies and beliefs in the world. That's all commotion. That's why Babylon got destroyed. All right. All that confusion. And when it said ruleth better than he, the cry of him that ruleth among fools, that makes me think of one person. This guy who calls himself Commanding General Yohana. Always on the fucking blowhorn. Ever since I came into the truth. He's an unreasonable man. And he does ruleth among fools. Because they're all fools. You got pictures. Brother sent me a picture of ISUPK. These niggas holding up. One finger has a 1 and the other one has a West Side sign. The Israelites is a gang now. You know, you're fools. Look at your underlings. Look at the fruit that that the world esteems as truth. Look what their fruit brings forth. It brings forth wickedness. See, and another thing these people, they don't like, they don't see the stuff that happens behind closed doors with Akim. That's another thing that they hate. Because they think that what we say on the highways and byways, that we're just always like that 24/7. You don't know how we operate with the brotherhood. All right? That's what really pisses these people off, through the spirit, you know. And once it's shown forth the real true love that we have towards Yahweh Bashmi Awashad and one another, they're not going to expect that. You know, like, damn, that's some true love. Even when we're out and about, Salakia, even when Akim are out and about, other people notice it, you know. Now, if we were to come out and tell them, hey, this is what we do every week, they'd be like, damn, that's y'all, you know. But if we said anything, they'd be like, damn, these guys are out of world, man. Out of this universe, if you will, out of this spirit, this place. I'm gonna go to my next precept, okay? Slocking him over here by this airport. James. Now keep in mind, I just read some great wisdom. Let me read, because this came out of Solomon, which we know who Solomon is, Yahweh Shai. We're just gonna start saying that now, because I'm gonna start with Yahweh Shai, and I'm gonna end with Yahweh Shai in this lesson. It says 9 and 13, the wisdom I have seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. And he just revealed that it was that the poor man's wisdom is despised. Now this is James 2 and 1. My brethren, have not faith in our Lord Adonai, Salakia, Adonai, all right, our Lord Yahushua, Hamashiach, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. All right, so we're not supposed to believe in this thing with respect of having respect of certain people on certain levels, all right, and treating others certain ways. I'm just about to say it here, all right, Salah. Verse 2, James 2 and 2, or Yaiquab 2 and 2, or Yaiquab, what's that? Shunya wa Shunya, Yaiquab 2 and 2, James 2 and 2. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring in goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, we just read about the poor man, stand thou here, or sit here under my footstool. Are ye not then partial in yourselves, and become judges of evil thoughts. Right, so those are evil thoughts. That's why when the elders and apostles and different brothers come around, and I can say this for a truth for the majority of the brothers, or some of them, or can't even call brothers not around anymore. When they come around, they set the example of not coming around with goldly apparel, you know, and look, having these big lavish garments, you know, trying to win brothers over because of their so-called status, you know, which we don't have any status in this place, man. All right, we're gonna receive our status, we're gonna receive our fame. All right, so if you do have a guy who comes out to the camp and he's coming out to listen, and he's got like the fresh garment, he's got the tassels, he's got the rings and stuff like that, me personally, I'm gonna let him know, like, look, you see how all we are, man. We're all regular. You know, just because you're dressed like that and you fancy doesn't mean I'm gonna respect you and look at you and favor you a certain way because you're dressing nice. It's not about looking nice. All right, it's about the truth. All right, it's about getting by in this truth with faith in Yahweh Shai without having respect of persons, and that's the law. You're not supposed to have respect of persons in judgment. You're supposed to judge righteous judgments. All right, according to the Spirit. All right, so now I'm gonna get some examples. All right, let's get the example of David. All right, because King David, Malak Dawadah, was he was the least expected among all of his brothers. 1 Samuel 17 and 29. It says, and David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause in me? Right, because his oldest brother, Eliab, all right, was complaining that he left the sheep back and came to the battle that he was fighting with Saul. All right, so now this is what David said. Verse 29, and David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause? And he turned from him toward another and spake after the same manner, and the people answered him. Salakia. Yeah. Yep. And the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent him. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. All right. Salakia. Because I do want to jump down at a point here. Okay. Verse 33, and Saul said unto David, thou art not able to go against the Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And that's how everybody looks at us. They look at us like we're not capable of doing this work or bringing out scriptures the way that we're bringing out. Because right now, we are fighting Goliath, man. Esau's Goliath in these fucking times, man. Excuse my language. All right, we are the only ones, that real infantry on the front lines doing this thing the way that it's supposed to be. But here it is, you have all these people, they want to make comments. I think you guys should talk more about what's currently going on. Stop reading history. You know, why are we reading that? We're not in the time of that. Or you know, bring it out this way. I think you guys talk about women too much, or you talk about Esau too much. You know, people that are on the sidelines have never fought before, but yet they know who's supposed to be bringing out this truth. They know the way that it's supposed to be conducted and how we're supposed to handle ourselves. All right. Those people are speaking in the mind of a wicked mind, the spirit of Saul. Okay. And Saul said unto David, thou art not able to go against the Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And Dawadah said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. And we pray to Yahweh Shai that we're of the house of David in these times, because we watch over the flock now, right? All right, and there's been situations when brothers have gotten locked up, have gotten in scuffles. Things have happened where it looked like the truth might have been stopped, but we were delivered out of all those things through the power of Yahweh Shai. Hey, that's right. The Zaquan Ak Yashawamba put the mercies of David, man. That's what's upon us. People think, when they think of the mercies of David, they definitely don't think that that extends out to us, you know? Because why? We're the ones that people least expect. All right, verse 36, thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defiled the armies of the living power, or Chaya Alahaya, all right, of our living power. Dawadah said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and lo, the Lord be with thee. Because right, he had so much faith that Saul said, look, just go do it, man. You know. Now I want to jump down at verse 40. I want to make another point here. 1 Samuel 17 and 42. And when the Philistines looked about and saw David, his disdain with him, for he was but a youth and ruddy and of a fair countenance. Right, he didn't come into his, he was like a teen, he was a teen, all right, he was a young man. David wasn't a so-called white man. Verse 43, and the Philistine said unto Dawadah, am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And Philistines cursed Dawadah by his gods. Some bold-ass heathens, man. That's why these Hamites got to pay. And the Philistine said unto David, come to me, and I will give thee the flesh of the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. And then David said to the Philistines, thou come to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of Yahweh Tazabawah, the Lord of hosts, that the power, all right, of the armies of Yasher Allah, whom thou hast defiled. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee, and take thine head from thee, and I will give thee carcasses of the host of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a power in Israel. And you see how rough David came off and was speaking? They weren't expecting that from somebody that watches over sheep. And another thing that I want to stress is that what he said, he came in the name of the Most High. These other guys, they're not pushing the names. Everybody's not expecting the people who are going to have the truth to be what? Gung-ho about pushing forth the name, the specific name, Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, Ba-Shem, in the name, Yahweh Shai. People are not expecting that. We push that here, man. We banking everything on Yahweh Ba-Shem, Yahweh Shai. Believe that. All right? Believe that. That's that example. Now I want to get my next example through the Spirit. Oh, let me bring this out. Right. Because let me bring out this prophecy. God tied prophecy into this. All right, because that's another thing people are not expecting, for the ones who have the truth to be bringing out prophecies in this time. All right, Habakkuk chapter 1 in verse, right, everybody just wants a motivational speech, wants this truth to come out all nice. No, that's not how it's supposed to be expected. Habakkuk 1 and 5. Behold, ye among the heathen, all right, the heathen, the so-called white man, the Arabs, everybody outside the nation of Israel, the Hamites, these dirty ass Africans I was just reading about in Samuel's, all right, the Ammonites, the Aram, all these other nations, man, these Edomites, these Cushites, these Japhet, all these heathen. I'm talking about all the heathen, because the Israelites were scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. All right, we're everywhere. All right. For behold, ye among the Gawayim, the heathen, in regard and wonder marvelously. Right, wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you. Right, they won't expect it. That's why it says wonder marvelously. All right, they're going to be surprised, because at this work, us popping up on these different feeds throughout the planet of the earth, throughout the four winds, wherever this line has gone, through the unicorn, these nations are scared. These brothers bringing out the truth in these foreign countries, the people in those lands are terrified. They're like, how did they get this? And then they see what? The men who are bringing out the truth the roughest and they hate the most stem from who? Great Millstone. All right? You don't have groups of scoffers going on ISUPK and all these other groups. They gang up against the truth through the name and power of Yahweh Ba-Shem Yahweh Shai, and these times coming back as the name is Great Millstone, under the Bayath Dawadah, the house of David. All right, and if you don't want to believe that, guess what? Wait until everything breaks down, man. You will see. All right, because we know our expectation is sure. All right, we're expecting Yahweh Shai to come back, and we're expecting a lot of Israelites who don't look like Israelites, all right, to come into the fold. Okay, now the next precept I want to get, right, which leads me to this, which leads me to Acts. And this is Aquan Akpashai pointed this out, and I believe this more and more now. I pretty much, in my own opinion, and I'm with the brother, I concur with them, that Cornelius he probably didn't have a whole lot of melanin, you know. He might have looked like an Edomite, man, you know. He might have looked like Blake Griffin or something. Like that. I just believe that, you know, because why was he put in Acts? You know, why was he put in here? I'm pretty sure there was other men that came in similar to him, but why, you know, why him? And we're gonna find out, you know. We're gonna find out. That's just what I believe through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that Cornelius just looked, you know, like totally different, you know. It's Cornelius is an Israelite. So this one's a little longer through the spirit. All right, so I'm gonna read Acts 10 verse 23 through 35. It says, then because Peter, even Peter, all right, Peter, we're gonna read it. He didn't expect Cornelius. He didn't expect for him to be an Israelite, you know, for him to receive salvation, or to receive the truth, if you will. He was the one that he least expected. Acts 10 and 23. Then called he them and lodged them, and on the morrow Peter went away with them, and certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him. And the morrow after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and he called together his kinsmen, his family, and near friends. And Peter, all right, which is King David in the reincarnation, and Peter was coming, and Cornelius met him, and he was here too. He was on this earth again and taught our elders and apostles. His name was King Masha. They believed that to be King Masha, and I believe it too. He had to be, because look what that doctrine brought forth. Look how strong the truth is going right now. Look how strong the prophecies are coming out in this year, the slogan of the year of prophecies. He had to be. And there's scriptures that prove it, but that's another topic. All right. But Peter took him up, Salakia 25. And as Peter was coming, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. But Peter took him up, saying, stand up, I myself also am a man. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many that were coming together. And he said unto them, ye know how that it is unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. But the power has showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. Therefore I came unto you without gainsaying, as soon as I was sent for. I asked therefore what intent ye have sent for me. Right, so Peter, he came into Cornelius' dwelling. He said, look, it's not lawful for me to be in here, because he's not expecting these people to receive the truth, right? It's another edifying example here. All right, and it says, and Cornelius said, 4 days ago I was fasting unto this hour, and at the 9th hour I prayed in my house, and behold, a man stood before me in bright clothing. It was an angel, and said, Cornelius, thy prayer is heard, and thine alms are had in remembrance in the sight of the Most High. Send therefore to Joppa, and call hither Simon, whose surname is Peter. He is lodged in the house of Simon Tanner by the seaside, whom when he cometh shall speak unto thee, which just happened. Verse 33. Immediately therefore I sent thee, and thou hast well done. Thou art come. Now therefore are we all here present before the power to hear all things that are commanded of thee. Right, all the people heard about Cornelius's vision, and so when Peter was coming, he said, look, my vision's coming to pass. He's here. All right, so all these people came together. Verse 34, which that's very spiritual. They just believed. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that the power is no respecter of persons. You see that? Because remember, we read in James that when someone comes into your place and they wear a gold ring or gay apparel, or someone comes in looking poor, you're not supposed to have respect to persons when it comes to judgment, when it comes with dealing in the spirit and having faith in Yahweh Shai and salvation and the truth of this thing for the elect's sake. All right. So Peter said that's of a truth. Verse 35. But in every nation, all right, Africa, Philippines, Thailand, Portugal, Chile, Alaska, Canada, the list goes on. Every place where there is land and people dwell, okay? But in every nation, he that feareth him, talking about Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and worketh righteousness is accepted of him. Why? Because of Romans 8 and 16. It's our spirit that beareth witness with his spirit. All right, and that's another lesson in itself too. But this was an example to show you that Cornelius was the one that Peter least expected. But it had to be what? It had to be revealed. The Spirit had to be revealed unto him to that what? That was of a truth. All right. And I just find that to be a pa of Mariam, beautiful sayings, you know, and I hope that's beautiful to those that are tuning in. All right. It's another edifying example. All right. Now I want to get, let me get Matthew's. All right. Let me get another example of another man. Matthew 11. This is Yahweh Shai speaking about his cousin. His cousin. All right. Matthew 11 and 7. Matthew 11 and 7. All right. It says, and as they departed, Yahweh Shai began to say unto the multitudes concerning Yachanan, or John, what went ye out in the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft raiment are in kings' houses, meaning they're rich. All right, they're well established. You know, they're high up in society. Everybody knows them. Did you go to look for somebody like that? Did you go to look for somebody who's all uniform? All right, looks super nice, got the shackles on, and their border of blue is perfectly symmetric. You know what I'm saying? All right. Look, Yahweh Shai is funny, man. You know, he's look, he's asking sarcastic questions like, what do y'all expect? You know, what were y'all expecting? Verse 9, it says, but went for ye out to see a prophet? Khan, yeah, I say unto you, and more than a prophet. For this he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare the way before thee. So he's saying, look, this is who Malachi was talking about. All right, this is who Malachi was talking about. And a lot of people have a problem that we say that Abba Bivens is John the Baptist in the reincarnation. Who cares? Guess what? That's the one you least expect. All right, so it has to be the truth. That's how that's one scripture that proves it to me. That's how I know, I believe that he's John the Baptist, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's a straight cut. I'm going to move on. All right, I'm going to move on to 7. All right, so those were the examples. Now I got a couple more precepts that I want to end with. That's, you know, that bring forth, that fall into the category of the ones they least expect, you know? All right, so this is 1 Corinthians, Colossians, 1 Corinthians 1 and 27. 1 Corinthians 1 and 27. I'll start at 26. Oh man, start at 25. 1 Corinthians 1 and 25. Because the foolishness of the power is wiser than men, and the weakness of the power is stronger than men. Man, that's a parable in itself. All right, it says, because the foolishness of the power is wiser than men. We know good and well these aren't foolish, but to the ones truly bringing it out, it is foolish to those who are not spiritual and carnally minded. Verse 26, for ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. Remember, the city got delivered by the poor man's wisdom that everybody despised. All right, that's how we getting out of here. We're getting out of here off the wisdom of Yahweh Shemi Shai of men that you're going to least expect. And pass the word on. That's what this video is. It's like a pass the word on, man. The ones you least expect are going to have the truth. This place is about to be destroyed, man. Verse 27. But the power, Yahweh Shemi Shai Alahayana Baruch HaKadash, all right, hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the power hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. All right. It's talking about us, man. We are those weak. When you look at the balance, look at how much of men a great millstone there are, and look how much men that hate us, all these other sects of Israel, and there's more of them. That means what? We are it appears that we're weak, but really we're extremely strong. We are very strong. The fact that we can continue on with this, with all the persecution and ailments and different things that go on in brothers' individual lives, you know, it's the power of Yahweh Shemi Shai is amazing, man. All right. Oh yeah, Wisdom of Solomon now. All right. Let's break out the Apok, break out the Apo. All right. Wisdom of Solomon. Oh, you know what? Before I get that, because remember, David said he came in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's one thing people aren't expecting. So let me bring this out as well. About the name. All right, gotta stress the name of Yahushai, because his name, you think about it, his name means he's the deliverer. Why wouldn't you want to push that? We trying to get out of here. All right, we trying to get out of here, man. Second Ezra chapter 2 verse 44. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off mortal clothing. Ezra's talking to the angel about a vision that he's seeing. These be they that have put off mortal clothing and put on immortal, and have confessed the name of the power. Now are they crowned and receive palms. And the one they received crowns and palms from was Yahushua and the heavenly host. Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the power, whom they have confessed in the world. All right, and though we seem weak, all right, and we seem foolish, in this foolishness and this weakness, this is who Ezra is seeing. All right, because when he saw it, he was astonished at it. You know, we were getting jacked up, locked up, jumped, stabbed. Some brothers have died of different ailments. You know, he's seen stuff like this. So he's asking them, Who are these that confess him in the world? And he said, so he answered, said unto me, It is the Son of the power of Salakia that crowns them. We're talking about the coronation, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly, Salakia, if I'm getting too fast, I'm getting excited, man. You know, this the spirit gets hot, man. This is exciting, you know, it's a hot topic. All right. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's the point, man. All right. We got to stand stiffly for this thing, because the people ain't expecting us to have this truth, man. Right? Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Now that's why this comes into place, and this is beautiful. All right. And this is going to tie in with Habakkuk 1:5, actually, because it told the heathen to stand and be astonished and wonder about the work that he's going to work. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such have afflicted him. Remember, the righteous man is going to. Righteous men have the 100% truth. We have the 100% truth. I'm delivering the 100% truth right now through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. As such have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. Right. People aren't saying, man, these people are really, these guys, they keep on putting up videos, man. You know, they must be on it, man. These have to be the men of the Lord. They don't look at it like that. Even though they're described to us, they got the bell on. As soon as the alert goes off, they're watching the videos. You know, they don't take account of our labors, that what we're doing is not in vain. They think it's in vain. You know, this ain't in vain. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said that all over the place. You got to get that out of our minds too, man. Hey, purge out that leaven during this Pesach, man. All right, get that doubt spirit out of your mind. All right, stay in that Pesach Racha, you know, that Passover spirit. Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Right. Because when they see us getting caught up, oh man, that's another example. Revelation, the 7th chapter, I got to get that. When they see us getting caught up, not only are they going to be amazed at the way that we're getting delivered, they're going to be amazed at who's getting delivered. What men are getting delivered. They're going to see our mortal bodies going up. They're going to see us. Like, they're going to say, okay, those are the men, but then they're going to see us getting changed. All right, it's going to be very strange to them. It's going to be the fourth kind. All right, except it's going to be the 7th kind. All right, it's going to be the 7th kind. Let me just get this real quick. John 7:9. It says, "In this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues." Remember, stood before the throne. Remember, we got scattered throughout the 4 corners. All right, so that's why Habakkuk said that he was going to work a work in our day that the heathen wouldn't believe. It's really the nations wouldn't believe. The heathen that dwell in the nations and our people. All right. Stood before the throne and before the Lamb. That's Yahushua, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. Right. Which, all right, that we just read about the ceremony. And cried with a loud voice, saying, "Salvation to our power, Allahayah now, which sitteth upon the throne, the Kasa, and unto the Lamb. And all the angels stood round about the throne and about the elders and the four beasts, and fell before the throne on their faces, and worshipped the power, saying, Amen, or Tawab, or let it be, so be. Blessings and glory and wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and might be unto Allahayah now our Lumyum Tawab, for our power forever and ever, Amen. And one of the elders answered and said unto me, this speaking to John, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence come they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they. Right. So John didn't know. He didn't expect all these other Israelites that look like heathens to be getting called up and then getting palms and crowns. All right. Because you're going to have a lot of the 12,000 from each tribe are not going to look like how they were when they were birthed from Rebecca and Leah and Zilpah and Pilpah. All right, Zilpah and Bilpah. All right, the four women that Jacob had. We're not going to look exactly like that. All right, back then we somewhat looked still like that. All right, to a certain extent. So that's what John was expecting. All right. And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said unto me, These are they which come out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. And that's through the name that we profess, man. All right, that's through the name that we profess. All right, and I'm going to end with this scripture. Through the power and spirit, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and the water Yahweh Bashim Yahushua for letting me get through these precepts. All right. First, because this is another aspect of the ones you least expect, and I think this is fitting to end with. All right, this is 2 Corinthians, precept we used to bring out damn near every single week when I first came into the truth. All right, and now it's just like, who cares if you don't understand it? I mean, if we get heated, I'll bring it out, but now it's just like, if you can't get past our words and get the message, then fuck you, man. Seriously, this is 2018, man. I mean, all the shit that's going on. You got this nigga Rick Ross was hospitalized, right? And then all these fucking people, all these wicked ass entertainers talking about pray for Rick Ross and pray for his family and this, that, and the third. But listen to the content of the shit that they speak in their music. It's fucking wicked. Then you got, well, they want to come to us, so they can't be the man, Lord. You can't be cursing and using words like that. You can't. But you listen to this wicked music all goddamn day, man. They're a bunch of hypocrites, man. All right. 2 Corinthians 11:6, it says, But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. And that's the point, man. The ones that you least expect, the majority of them, the truth is going to come off very harsh and rough. You're going to hear words that you're not going to like. Your feelings are going to get hurt first, very badly. They're going to tell you you're going to start losing things. You're going to start losing family members, children, friends, jobs, you know, women, you know, cars, vehicles, man, you know, living situations, houses. All this stuff is going to happen to you. And it's going the way it's going to be delivered and spoken to you is going to be in a very harsh manner. That's how we received it. All right. The elders and apostles. All right. I'm not going to say that brothers ain't getting cursed out every time and it's not as harsh, because the doctrine is never changed. But for some reason, in spirit, it's probably still like that. Maybe just because I'm been more seasoned. But it feels, when I first came to the truth, it felt like we was getting cussed out every single week, man. You know, of course we're getting edified scriptures to bring it brought out, but the apostles and the elders, they stress to point out either at the beginning, the end, or the middle of all their highways and byway videos and sit down lessons that, look, you guys watching the videos, you need to get out on the highways and byways and fear the Heavenly Father, man. Get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And it was hurtful, you know, because I didn't know everything yet, you know. But the thing is, you had to have faith, all right, because we know that what they were saying was true, and they were being thoroughly manifested among us. And now look, we're still being thoroughly manifested. Brother Akim are growing. Ha'akwa, the brotherhood, is growing stronger than ever. All right, and it's all based off of the wisdom, knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua from the ones people least expect. So scoffers, you can keep scoffing. All right, and to those who are new to this truth, look, man, keep following the lessons, all right, that the brothers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone are pushing out, man. That wisdom and knowledge is able to save your soul and your spirit and your body from out of these conditions that we're in. All right. So keep faith in the ones that we least expect to the elected. Know this truth. We already know that the ones that we least expect are gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? The ones they least expected was Yahweh Shah too, man. All right, as young as he was, that's why they were looking at him the way that he was talking to the doctors and the lawyers. They're like, how does he have this knowledge, man? You know, we're not expecting him. That's why they said, can any good come out of Nazareth? You know, or out of out of Nazareth, I think it was, through the Spirit. All right. So I hope, I know, you know, I hope and I know. I'm gonna start saying that. I hope and I know that some edification came out of this lesson. To the elect out there, I want to say Shalom, Barak, and peace and blessings. Labakarim, Mashapakathia, to my elect family. I pray that I'm of the elect through the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Awashai. Just keep on doing this work, man, you know. And double honors to our elders and apostles, known as Great Millstone in these times, the ones that you least expect to have this truth. All right, Shalom. And also the ones tuning in to the Akim, while Akwathim, the few ones that may be tuning in, Shalom to you all.